been there a few times. Really reasonable. Really reasonable. All right, so Momo, aside from travel plans.
Oh, my God, I can hear you now. Jeez, these headphones don't work over here. Put the right one in.
So,
wow, that was great.
So yesterday,
yeah,
LeBron James opted into his contract. And I originally thought, yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Then you read the statement from Rich Paul, and you're like, wait a minute. What are they trying to say? What do you think Rich Paul is trying to say, and what's the motivation for it?
That read to me like an incredibly passive-aggressive pout. That's how that read. Like, thank you for all your time here. We understand it's Luka's team. Basically, you're building around Luka now, and do what you got to do, and we got to do what we got to do. And you have to know the subtext. This is, as Brian Windhorst said on TV, the first time in his entire career that LeBron went into a season without having an option on another season. Mm-hmm. So that's upsetting if you're him.
Sure. And
right?
It's not right.
My sense is they did not discuss 1-1s or 2-1s. Okay.
Yeah.
He could have, clearly he wants to win. Clearly he doesn't like the moves that they've made.
Right.
And he doesn't feel like they're
He didn't like
towards...
the Luka move.
No,
right?
I think he liked
seriously,
the Luka move. I know.
What is he complaining about? They just got Luka Doncic.
I know, but he's thinking about this year right now for him and how it relates to him. And they don't have a center. They're probably going to lose Dorian Finney-Smith today. They're probably still got to staff up on the wings.
Yep.
They only have 2 players under contract for next year, Luka and Austin.
Which is good and bad.
Good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that you've got very clean books for next summer.
Yeah.
It does keep things open. Now, if LeBron were to have asked for a 1-on-1, do you think he asked for a 1-on-1, or is this what he wanted? Just opt in?
If you're LeBron, you don't ask for things.
Oh.
You wait for people to talk to you.
So
about
then
things.
the Lakers just offered him
I
no.
don't think they had to offer him anything. He had a player option.
Right.
He was under contract.
But this is the first time he's been in this spot where there's nothing for next year.
I spent months listening to you and John talk about your contract's up and what are you going to do right?
Yeah.
It's unsettling.
It is unsettling.
Even if you think you're going to be back. Did you feel like it was under your control? Did you feel like you had control of the situation?
So LeBron is no, I'm not going to comment on any of that stuff.
Okay. Well, what I'm getting to with LeBron is he has always been in control. He is the face of the player empowerment era.
Yes.
This is the larger point. And if you've been the face of the player empowerment era, where your entire career has been a clinic on how to maintain your leverage, how to use your leverage, how to get as much money as you possibly can each time you come up for negotiation, but also continue to, be able to have leverage on the franchise to do what you want them to do,
right?
To bend the franchise to your will, and then all of a sudden you don't have it anymore,
right?
That kind of sucks.
But that would lead to the conclusion that this is just a real pout.
That's generally what I think. But I spent all day yesterday talking to, I could count how many teams or agents or GMs or whatever, probably at least 20 out of the 30 teams, right?
Yeah.
And the reaction is split. Half say it's a pout, there's nothing's going to happen there. Half say, oh, that sounds like he wants out, right? Like that statement sounds like he wants. So everybody it's like a Rorschach test.
Right.
How do you view that? Mm-hmm. Now, if you think that statement is a pout and it's just going to make it a little icky coming back, and maybe it's a flex, like, hey, you didn't tell me about the Luka trade,
right?
You traded my guy Anthony Davis, you're not telling me what you're doing in the offseason. They're not consulting with LeBron this year,
right?
Like LeBron's not involved in their plans.
This isn't like we're partners with that era has ended.
Seems that way.
Yeah. So do you think?
I think it's the Luka Doncic era.
Yes.
I think they're going to Luka on things. I think Luka knows what's happening.
Do you think it just okay? What percentage chance is it that LeBron is actually asking for a trade? And what percentage chance is it that it's just a pout? Like, is he really?
Okay, my gut says 70% pout, 30%. trade.
Okay.
Okay? And I don't think he has to ask for it. I don't think he will ever officially ask for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But does that mean internally they'd have that conversation, would they not?
Of course,
or they
have to.
Yeah, internally. No, I'm saying, wouldn't LeBron and Pelinka and those guys have that conversation? Or
At some point.
But
I think there's a lot of posturing right now. I think there's a lot of you take from it what you want. You guys go do your off season the way you want to do your off season. We're gonna observe you very closely. Like, I think this is a masterful job by Rich Paul and LeBron James of creating leverage where there was none. Because by opting in and putting that statement out and then reminding everyone he has a no trade clause.
Yeah.
Okay. He has a no trade clause, so he does control whether you trade him or not.
Mm-hmm.
He now has leverage.
So then is what happens in the next 48 hours or so based on free agency, do we get potentially another Rich Paul passive aggressive statement at the end of this?
We'll see. Right? See, that's leverage. Right? And then if you're the Lakers, do you want to live with that?
Well, yeah. Do you want to live with it? But is there real leverage if you're basically saying, all right, we got LeBron this year, and then next year we have an end date. It's over. The LeBron thing ends at the end of this season.
Might be that.
And we've got our books clean.
Yeah.
And we can go out and get the next big thing next summer.
Yeah. Because, like, I'll say this. Two sides made a statement here. Rich Paul made a statement on the record, but the Lakers made a statement by
not making a statement.
Correct.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the press release yet.
No.
Usually there's a press release. Mm-hmm. He picked it up. There's Rob Pelinka's statement. You know, we're so grateful. The LeBron. You can find the one from last year.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like 115 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, does the Mark Walter acquisition of the Lakers have anything to do with what's going on right now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I see. I don't either.
Sale doesn't close till like October, November.
Is that when it is?
It's third, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So third quarter is the end of third quarter, September 30th. So, before September, in and around there.
But there's no impact right now.
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
But he's a minority shareholder.
Oh,
so
that's true.
He's involved.
Yeah, yeah.
And whatever they do now, listen, if they thought about trading him, if it ever got to that point, I do think they would call him and inform him because he's going to have to pay and deal with everything.
Whatever happens after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to.
Wow. It's been
look, I thought this was going to be boring. I thought today was going to be nothing. Hey, you guys excited about Miles Turner's extension?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys excited about Tyus Jones' free agency?
Joe Ingles is back.
Yeah, way to go.
LeBron does a terrific job.
Unbelievable.
of keeping the spotlight.
Yes,
he really does. Mm-hmm. He is the sun in this NBA universe.
You got to give him credit, man.
Yeah,
it's been 20 years, 22 years.
Yeah. We're going to continue with Momo. We're going to keep taking calls, 877-710-ESPN. We're mixing in some calls today, Momo. Everybody is done with LeBron. This is the callers are like, yeah, let's move on. I'm tired of his. So we'll let you guys sound off